The House Justice Committee unanimously votes there is probable cause to impeach Vice President Sara Duterte. Congressman Paolo Marcoleta mixes up John Lloyd Cruz and Piolo Pascual during Sara Duterte's impeachment hearing. The Philippine peso drops to a record low 61 pesos to the US dollar. OPEC Plus will be weaker but remains intact with the exit of the United Arab Emirates. And a former law dean tells the Supreme Court local rules on recognizing foreign divorce in the country are unfair to Filipinos. "53 lawmakers of the House Justice Committee vote there is probable cause to impeach Vice President Sara Duterte. The unanimous decision Wednesday, April 29, moves her case a step closer to the plenary.
From the misuse and abuse of confidential funds, bribery of DepEd officials, to the alarming pattern of amassing unexplained wealth, to the gravity of threats and seditious incitement that strike at the very heart of our constitutional order, ito po ay klaro. There exists probable cause to impeach the Vice President."
This comes after 4 days of public hearings focusing on evidence against Duterte, from bank transaction records to a star witness who claims he was the bagman of Duterte. The fourth hearing zeroed in on Duterte's death threats against the first family with video playbacks of her public statements.
"Putang ina ninyong lahat. Martin Romualdez, Lisa Marcos, Probable Marcos."
The Vice President and her legal team skipped all 4 hearings and instead issued public statements and conducted press conferences to deny the allegations. Meantime, the House Justice Committee votes against examining Duterte and husband Manscarpio's box of tax records. Most of the legislators are wary of the legal implications of opening the box, which may violate the National Internal Revenue Code.
May kapangyarihan ng Committee on Justice na buksan yang kahon na yan. But to me, the crucial question is, kailangan ba natin buksan? The question is in relation to the determination of probable cause. And if we are talking about probable cause, para sa akin ay nandyan na ang ebidensya. Sapat na yan para makapag-determina na tayo kahit hindi natin bubuksan yung kahon na yan. Meron pong kasabihan sa batas sa ex abundante cautela, with extreme caution.
Congressman Paolo Marcoleta mixes up John Lloyd Cruz and Piolo Pascual during Sara Duterte's impeachment hearing. It starts with House Justice Committee Chair Jinky Luistro, who comments on the Duterte legal team's reminder to the panel to take care. Using the famous line, "Ingat," from the film, Luistro says it is not an expression of concern, but a threat.
Yan talaga ang paalala ni Popoy. Ingat tayo lahat. Pero dito, ang bilin nila na mag-ingat tayo ay mukhang hindi galing sa malasakit. Tila isang babala. O baka nga, isang babala.
Marcoleta later cites Luistro's remarks as he urges the panel not to open Duterte's tax records.
At sinabi rin po ni Popoy sa pelikula, "I deserve an explanation. I deserve an acceptable reason." Siguraduhin niyo po na kung bubuksan niyo yan, meron po kayong acceptable reason na naayon sa batas.
Akbayan Representative Percy Sendanya corrects him, saying,
Hindi po siya kay Popoy, linawin ko lang po. Ito po ay kay Papa P, kay Piolo Pascual, sa pelikulang Starting Over Again.
The Philippine peso drops to a record low 61 pesos versus the US dollar Tuesday, April 28, as the conflict in the Middle East continues. RCBC Chief Economist Michael Ricafort says the peso's weakening can be linked to what he describes as a lack of progress of US-Iran peace efforts and the closure of the Strait of Hormuz. The peso's drop in value is projected to worsen inflation in the country, which the Bangko Sentral forecasts to average 6.3% this year. This also makes imports such as oil more expensive, which are often paid for in US dollars. Meantime, the Civil Aeronautics Board lowered the fuel surcharge from level 19 to level 18 for early May. The fee is added to transportation costs to cover unpredictable fuel prices. But even with the lower surcharge level, it remains high compared to the January to March rate of level 4. Domestic flights in the first half of May will feature surcharge rates ranging from 627 pesos to 1,834 pesos. International flights will have surcharge rates ranging from 1,958 pesos and 44 centavos to 14,561 pesos and 87 centavos, depending on the country of destination. The Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries, or OPEC Plus, and its allies may lose some influence over the oil market as the United Arab Emirates exits the group on May 1. But the oil-producing alliance is expected to remain intact and continue coordinating supply policies. The UAE is the fourth largest producer in OPEC Plus and will quit after nearly 60 years as a member. That will free Abu Dhabi from the oil production targets imposed by OPEC Plus and its allies to balance supply and demand. Sources say the exit would complicate OPEC Plus's efforts to balance the market through adjustments to supply because the group would have control over less of global production. Former Far Eastern University Law School Dean Mel Santamaria tells the Supreme Court local rules on recognizing foreign divorce in the country are unfair to Filipinos. Santamaria serves as amicus curiae or friend of the court during oral arguments for a case involving a Filipino with dual citizenship who obtained divorce abroad. The petitioner wanted the divorce to be locally recognized, but it was junked by a Nueva Ecija court.
And our policy today on disallowing recognition. Our policy today, Your Honor, I'm sorry to say, borders on racism, is xenocentric, and it mirrors a colonial mentality where the natives have less rights.
Santamaria says rules on recognizing divorce are discriminatory, with petitions between two Filipinos automatically rejected. In contrast, a Filipino's divorce from a foreign spouse obtained outside the country may be recognized in the Philippines under Article 26, Paragraph 2 of the Family Code. He points out how Filipinos only have more rights when they associate themselves with a foreigner. Apart from the Vatican City, the Philippines is the only country in the world with no divorce laws. And that's today's wrap. I'm JC Gotinga. Thank you for watching. Click the link below for the full story. For more updates, download the Rappler app.